All right, good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Going to talk about a fairly similar forecast for the day today compared to yesterday. Slightly lesser coverage of rain, but overall, it'll be another nice afternoon as we round out the weekend, with the exception again of just a couple of storms. You're looking out over Midtown, starting to see those clouds decrease, and we'll continue to see clouds start to diminish across the area through the afternoon. We'll look ahead to mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies through the day today. I'm First Alert Meteorologist Courteney Jacobazzi. I hope your weekend has been fantastic. There's been lots going on across North Georgia. More continues today with, of course, the Braves in town. We have the Falcons' first game of the season, and we want to get you that forecast. If you do have any sports plans for the day today, definitely plenty to do to round out the weekend. So here's a look at that forecast. Falcons versus the Carolina Panthers today at 1 o'clock, so in just a few hours. If you're maybe going to head out to downtown around 11, maybe a stray shower. That coverage will increase slightly through the afternoon and evening, about 30% today. But nonetheless, if you get caught under any of the showers and storms today, you'll definitely notice it. They'll carry heavy downpours very similar to yesterday, be very slow moving, kind of just wash themselves out. No severe weather expected today. We did have an isolated severe storm yesterday. I believe we had 2 severe thunderstorm warnings. Not expecting any of that today. Temperatures generally in the low 80s. As far as I'm concerned, they will have the top covered on the bends, which will probably make it feel a little more comfortable. And of course, then you won't have to worry about the rain very much. We'll stay in the 70s through about your lunch hour. And then again, once we head past 2 o'clock, that's when we'll start to see showers and storms fire up even more. The most widespread coverage between around 2 and 6 o'clock today. Temperatures will generally climb into the low to mid 80s this afternoon. And again, even as we head towards 5 o'clock, so you have any kind of early dinner plans, maybe you're heading to any kind of happy hour on a Sunday, just keep in mind, do people go to happy hour on Sunday? Probably not, right? You're getting ready for the week ahead. Either way, if you have any plans past 5 o'clock, that's when the rain chance will start to diminish. And as we head closer to sunset, we'll keep just an isolated shower or storm as we head through the evening hours. So very heat of the day activity, we call that diurnal in the weather world. Maybe an isolated shower as we head towards midnight, any kind of lingering rain into the later evening. With the ground still being wet. We could have some patchy dense fog Monday morning. That is in the forecast. This morning we had a couple of patches of fog up in places like Fannin County, up towards Townsend, Union County, but that was about it. So we'll look ahead to some potential overnight lingering moisture that will ultimately lead to some patchy fog tomorrow morning. We'll be tracking that for you on Atlanta News First, starting at 4:30 in the morning for all of you extra early risers. Either way, temperatures to send you out the door for the start of the work and school week will be in the low to mid 60s. Inside the perimeter, you'll be at 69 degrees. Tomorrow afternoon, we could have a few isolated storms, very isolated at best, just a couple of pop-up afternoon storms. Temperature will be near 90 degrees. Tomorrow is one of just 2 days in the 90s for the entire week ahead. And again, we're only hitting 90 degrees. So the reason for our slightly unsettled pattern that really started yesterday and will continue through midweek, first, it's going to be thanks to a stalled front that has continued to just kind of resituate itself over the area. That's going to serve as a focal point for showers and storms, a little extra lift. So a few afternoon storms today all the way through Tuesday. Wednesday, a cold front, another front moves in. We'll have that first one fizzle out. The second front moves in Wednesday, and that's going to kind of clean sweep us. So we'll have a few scattered showers Wednesday, and then lower humidity will follow behind. Take a look at this. We're going to be slightly humid as we head into the start of the week. Not necessarily going to be summertime sticky. Tomorrow and Tuesday will probably feel the most uncomfortable of the week with temperatures near 90. It'll probably feel more like the low to mid 90s. But then beyond that front, Thursday, even into the weekend, that humidity drops. So it'll be a super nice end to the week. Not only will our humidity drop, but our temperatures will start to go cooler as well. The mornings will be generally in the low to mid 60s. Afternoons in the low to mid 80s. Our average high temperature 86 this time of year. But taking a look at the Climate Prediction Center's 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, we do seem to have some cooler than normal weather on the way as we head into mid-September. This goes through September 19th. So if you're hoping for some fall-like weather, it seems like it's going to be on the way starting at the end of the week, and that could continue even into mid-September. Of course, the tropics still pretty hot. We have Hurricane Lee that continues to swirl. It looks like it's kind of going through an eye wall replacement, and based on its forecast track, it is supposed to re-strengthen, so that's probably the process it's going through right now. This does not look to have any impact on the United States, on the lower 48 states. However, bringing some pretty dangerous surf and rip current conditions to parts of Puerto Rico. It will to Hispaniola in the coming days. And if you did have plans to travel to the Bahamas this week for any reason, it could cause some pretty rough seas out there and along the Atlantic coast this week. Just something to keep in mind if you did have a beach vacation coming up. Lee isn't necessarily going to make landfall, but it is going to cause some pretty rough ocean conditions along the Atlantic coast and the Bahamas, particularly on the east side of the Bahamas. So just something to keep in mind. We also have Tropical Storm Margot that is swirling just behind Lee, and we have a couple of waves coming off the Atlantic that have a 30% chance of development, both of them. The one that is currently just starting to push off the coast of Africa, that one will probably need to be watched. Long-range models aren't hinting that it's going to necessarily impact us here in North Georgia, but could have some sort of impact on the East Coast. So just something we'll be watching. It's way too far out to make that a definitive statement, but models are already hinting at that it could impact some portion of the East Coast as we head into the next couple of weeks. So we'll be keeping a particularly close eye on that, but not of concern to us right now, just something we'll be monitoring as we continue to make our way through hurricane season, which we are pretty much in the peak of it in the really next couple of days. So September is definitely where the peak happens, September and October, and then we start to dwindle down in activity as we head into November. Your 7-day forecast looks like this: mid-80s today, the chance for scattered afternoon storms yet again. Have that First Alert weather app handy. It'll let you know if storms or rain is in your area. I know a lot of you are probably going to be getting out and about today, so it's a good tool to have. Near 90 Monday and Tuesday with a lesser coverage of rain, just spotty afternoon storms. Cold front moves in Wednesday. That'll bring us a few scattered showers and thunderstorms. It looks like particularly in the morning, in the early afternoon, kind of clearing out by the evening, and then lower humidity returns on Thursday. The mornings will be super comfortable even as we head into the weekend, generally in the mid-60s with highs in the low to mid-80s with low humidity on top of that. So we'll have a lot of sunshine. It'll just be beautiful to round out the week. All right, everyone. Thanks so much for spending some time with us this morning, getting your forecast. I hope you make it a wonderful Sunday. Whatever you're doing, stay safe and enjoy it, and we'll catch you here next time.